Welcome to the soothing sights of Ancient. The bird song is about to be punctuated with gunfire.
You make it sound almost poetic, beautiful. In this sphere of death and carnage, and Nerds has decided he doesn't want any of nuke. We're on to Ancient. It's a new game. It's a new time to find some frags to know where these two come from. That hit has been stalled out immediately.
That is so unfortunate. They're going to try and rally to getting caught on the flank. Oh, it's a huge kill from Surreal. He still gets caught, but giving up his life to try and get them out. The problem is MiGHTYMAX is stuck, and that's the bomb down. Now Nerds, he opened it up. He's got to do it all. Got a USP at least, and Dodo finds his third. Poor Nerds. So much of a nice fight early on from the elbow. Takes down two, sets up his team for the fast hit, and it just in smoke.
Credit to Dodo. Wow. Yeah. I'm not sure you can blame Endpoint that much. They find 2 kills, and maybe they should have waited. Maybe that's the angle. But
I don't think the call was bad. You just got Dodo'd.
Yeah, you did. But when you're in a 5-on-3, you know that they're gonna do something funky if you just wait. So there is an argument, but being a pistol round, you're so inclined to just commit. And yeah, Dodo just completely destroyed him. That was an amazing set of frags.
Suka, gotta get walked through. That's the freest kill he's ever gotten. So the follow-up that might be a little tricky at range with all these pistols. Agil finds out why, but alright, they're all just gonna poke back in. Suka does eventually get caught. Not really a whole lot of teeth in this round, but hey, at least they take down one player.
Anyway, guns out. Let's see what we got. I'm very intrigued by the sort of Counter-Strike that Endpoint are actually going to play here. I want to see how different it is from back in the day. And yeah, when you got players like MHL, I feel like you need to make use of him. Whereas back in the day, maybe we didn't use the AWPers very much into the Ancient. Maybe MHL is going to have a lot more space as we get into this one down the line. But on this round, consigned to just the rifle and a nice slow default so far from Endpoint.
Taking their time with it. Trying to dodge the early utility. It makes sense, right? Bleed out the nades. It's maybe the one area where the CT side has advantage in this particular round, being as it is the bonus. And they're right about it. Interesting setup with Dodo so far back on A. It's an angle that you'd normally play with an AWP, but of course he's got an A1S in this one, so might be a bit trickier for him, but it tells you how he's probably going to be playing this with the scope out. Now they're coming towards mid. This time they're giving some space, but Suka, the timing on that peek from Cave is beautiful. One of the SMGs out. HeavyGoD just cleared out A. He's alone. He's just alone, and he's killed 2. Okay, why not? When you have an individual who can just rip open a site for you, that is such an asset, and he'll even go further. Take a step in towards the tomb and add another grave. So they're going to go B, because they're assuming that HeavyGoD has completely focused everyone's attention here towards A, but FTW aren't actually rotating. Agil's holding for this fight. HeavyGoD doesn't care! What is this, Alan? One by one, he just kills everybody. So they will bring the bomb back over to support him, because there can't be anyone left. Suka's just going to try and save. That is just one man working his way methodically through the site and killing all defenders.
That was beautiful. Beautiful isolation of fights. Great frags. And, wow, for the win. Probably have no idea what just hit them. That was godlike, you might say. That was it's just brutal. Yeah. And I'm always disappointed. He's, where is he? Number 6. He's nowhere near Suka right now. So the ace doesn't feel likely. HeavyGoD has done God's work, and now he can put his feet up.
No save for you. It's actually a shame, because with that save, they would have been in pretty good position here, right? Suka, unfortunately, is 1850, so they're definitely not going to be able to put much around him. Maybe it would have just been a half buy in the next, but it would have been a pretty good half buy. Instead, FTW have some interesting decisions to make here.
There was
I
never a
don't know,
window in that
Precious.
round to save either.
No.
They just got killed. They were
Yeah.
absolutely annihilated before they could even make a decision.
I mean, the whole time on A, they had to have just been saying, "There's only one guy. There's only one guy. There's only one guy." It just didn't matter. So they do go for the force here. Okay, all right. They're gonna risk it for the biscuit. Kind of a rough round out of it. No kids. Suka?
They'll take that. And that's an AK. And Endpoint are nowhere near committing elsewhere. Bit of mid control. But as this utility starts to fade, Suka can really come into play. And I think, was that a Gil spam or Suka spam? His Nurse is now very much worse for wear.
That has to have been a kill. I don't think Suka had the angle out of cave. He was backing off of it.
You can, there's a really dirty angle through the wood. You can spam it.
Yeah, but I think you still have to be in Jaguar, right? As opposed to cave.
Yeah, you need to be in between. Oh, my lord.
Oh, there's the result of that spam. All right. Damage on the HeavyGoD as well. The timing on that nade is impeccable. They might not have much utility.
Do you save?
So far, it's been well deployed. I mean, 45 seconds. They still got time to work. Time to cook.
Jane would save. That's all I'm
Jane
saying.
would save.
Jane would save.
Surreal could drop a gun. Yeah, MHL would probably be able to find the next. Maybe one player's on a MAC 10. It's not bad. MightyMax can actually drop 2. You're right, Jane would save. And it would probably be the right call. This is probably a good T-side save.
It just feels hopeless. It just feels hopeless. And looking at the
mini-map. They're saving.
Yeah.
They're bailing. They made a lot of noise. They drew everybody here. There's not enough time to sprint towards A, otherwise that would be kind of entertaining. But
yeah, if one of the Portuguese players overfaced, there might have been a window, but you're not getting up onto a bomb site in a good situation. Rostos is getting a little bit ahead of himself. Not going to save that gun through. And he only recovered. There was an AK on the ground they couldn't recover, but they do get one for their trouble. And yeah, money is not looking good here for Endpoint whatsoever. They've got to, of course, buy around these guns. Buy here will be good, but not a great deal left in reserve for them.
It's actually crazy how that whole round is pretty much just down to the teak spam through the smoke, right? Where that gets the one kill, that forces them off of B. They don't have the control. Then they take the spam damage in towards mid. That funnels them back into A, sets them up perfectly for the nade. It's the domino effect, but it really all just comes down to Suka getting a deek spam through a smoke.
Essentially, they've lost, you know, like half their HP to not even see the opponent. What?
Ooh, all right, MHL's revenge. He was the man who got spammed down before. This time, he hits a ripper of a shot on Diaz trying to get some info.
That's unfair. That should be illegal.
That's unreasonable. I mean, that's the kind of shot
we can't show that on Twitch. That's not allowed.
That's the kind of thing as well. You just don't see that hit online rather. On Lance sometimes, sure. But God, that's such a hard shot.
I believe they're Frankfurt servers, so MHL's pretty close. Pretty close to lamping.
True. You will bring it back.
Is there a gap? Oh, I think it was a bad window smoke. Yeah, I think there might have been a gap bottom left.
Endpoint have put heavy emphasis on mid control here, I've noticed. But it seems like this is going to fall into a B fight. 2 defenders, it's not bad. The problem is they don't have any utility. They got a single nade remaining, and it's on A, and they've just rotated a player off. Uh-oh. All right, Stadoto. Time for a hero play. Otherwise, this is a save. They felt they almost didn't clear it. Suka gets back on the angle. They take out the mid player. Now we got around. Okay. This is interesting. Endpoint only have a single key. There's a gap in this smoke, and Ideal finds Surreal as a result. It's all in MHL. He's got no help. You open this round up. He's got to do so much more work, though. One bullet will take him out of play. He finds one and dodges the next. Aros dos. Trying to chase this. Can't find him. He does have a kit. So the tap comes through. It's going to be bad. MHL has an HE that I think he's lining up, but Aros dos full HP. It don't matter. Now here comes the check. There's the bullet. And is there time? Is there time, Alan?
He's got a kit. He's got a kit. I think he's got it.
Is there time?
I think he's got it.
Squeaker. Squeaker.
Why do they do this to me, Mike? Why do they do this to me? It's never It's never a clean Endpoint win. It's never... the pain, the suffering.
The anguish.
I'm trying to make myself feel better by wearing the For the Win jersey, but I'm still in pain.
Yeah, I mean, it's like you have the For the Win jersey on, but your heart's tattooed with Endpoint.
No, actually, it's my ass.
I'd believe it, to be honest. One too many, after a premiership win and...
Oh, yeah.
Tattoo
Those
parlor.
online ESL Prem wins, yeah, they really get rolled up.
You and MightyMax down to the tattoo parlor.
It's called Mighty for a reason. Those are some big tats.
Is that what's big, eh? All right.
Let's,
Suka's had a lot of luck with these peaks out of Jaguar. He's been very effective on them so
His
far.
tats are surreal.
I don't know. I'm always scared about getting a tattoo. I hear it really nerds.
Next year, Mustache Masters. You'll have
There
one.
we go. That is the goal. I think that Utah response with the smoke out. I mean, the damage isn't found, but it does completely rebuff them. The problem is, who's watching? Okay, you do actually have a Yeo watching this. He's just from very far back. It's an interesting way to hold the angle. It's actually going to bring a second player in to address this. So the player in Red Room, that's brought a lot of focus through from FTW, and I don't actually want to hurt them. That's a huge kill. Surreal even gets dinked, but getting that kill now is going to distract focus at a vital moment. Problem is, Stadodo's posted, and now they've taken out the mid player. Oh, Stadodo can't quite hit that, but they're distracted. No one's watching Donut. Aroz slips the knife between the ribs, and this one's done. This one's over. No time, no health, no chance. 5 on for the win.
Oh, it's looking a little flat, isn't it? I mean, the one round win, Mike, is because HeavyGoD just killed everybody. And HeavyGoD hasn't killed anybody in any other round. You got a 4K there. And needless to say, you're not gonna have a consistent T side off the back of solo heroics. And this is what we were nervous of coming into this map. For the win, what's the stat? They haven't won it since, what was it, July on Ancient with a different lineup to this.
Yeah.
That was without Suka. And yeah, it's looking great for them so far. This hit is a little bit of a mess. Those flashes are perfect, and the Rostos, the man who's been a menace from in that connector, falls by the wayside immediately. This is Endpoint's best chance for a long time.
I like the idea for my deal. He wants to get between the smokes, so he might have a chance on the fade, but gets nervous. Stadodo's find one. And now everybody's here. They can play together. I love this flank developing from Nerds, though. Timing will be everything. And actually, Suka, did he hear it? Did he just have the thought?
Oh.
Suka's going to be so mad. It's like, I knew it. I knew it was going to happen. At least they trade Nerds, but time is starting to get short. They got to go if they're going to go. Stadodo's low as well. He can't be the point person on this. They are out. They've got the smoke down. MHL's got the lineup, though. HeavyGoD's got a better one. Knife flash coming in. He's not confident they've come off the ball, but he's won it on time. That's a round to steal away here for Endpoint. What an absolute blessing.
HeavyGoD and Nerds. The Israeli combo coming good. HeavyGoD again generating entry kills. Nerds. Suka was seconds from having that flank perfectly sussed. He is going to be livid. Yeah, if Nerds doesn't get a kill in there and disrupt them so much, it's not nearly as good an afterplant for Endpoint. Wow. Well, it's not been clean. It's not been clean this T-side so far, but they're getting rounds. They've limited this CT cache so much. They just need one gun round conversion and suddenly this half is on.
Oh, okay. Thought he would have had him. On the move, and it was looking good. All right, Agil, if he's a cat right now, I think he's down to about 3 lives.
HeavyGoD wins that on Polish ping. He gets that kill.
Rostos has just got
no,
I mean,
it's
the timing of
falling
the aggression's
apart.
beautiful now. Now they don't have HeavyGoD.
Oh.
Now they know he's their A lurker as well, so there's confidence that it's probably coming B. You see the second player in. You see the third player rotate in to hold mid. This is a well set up for FTW now. They've got the boost up. Cave is a little open, so MHL could still make something happen, but it's tough to do with the AWP on this kind of an angle. kind of vision do you have over that smoke? Nothing. Yeah, okay, gotta relocate the boost. MHL's watching for this. Not watching enough, though! There's the spot. They got the bomb plan at least, Alan, but no way they're getting this round.
Silver lining. Silver lining amidst what has been another troublesome round for Endpoint. For the win, they just for a team that hasn't won Ancient, they look pretty comfortable individually, don't they? It doesn't look like we're getting massively out-rotated or we're just, you know, losing early picks as Endpoint are defaulting. It looks stable. It looks fine. They look like a team that's... Maybe they have been practicing a lot of Ancient knowing it's a weak point. They look perfectly fine here, and every mistake they're capitalizing on immediately.
I like it quite a bit. And I do have to say as well, Suka, a guy who maybe hasn't had the biggest statistical impact since his joining the team, but I really like the way he's playing Cave, which is a tough spot to hold. See if we're going to get more of it. What's he playing here? Is it just the spam if utility comes through is what he's trying to do on that angle?
There's a pixel angle. You can see the gap.
Is there?
Yeah. So you spot the pixel angle, and then you spray into the smoke if you see somebody cross it, and you probably do.
Yeah. This is going to be a big fight. I just highlighted him. So, of course, it's... Oh, that was just spam. That was just spam lineup from MiGHTYMAX.
That is a tilt with your max. That is... Oh. I'm already having a bit of a rough game, and now it just gets worse.
Timing is beautiful here. They bring utility over. It's an extra smoke up for Suka, so he can delay this further. He's about to be tested. MHL about to use that Polish bang. HeavyGoD. HeavyGoD trying to work. Trying to work. He does. Let this man work. Apparently just let the solo work. And HeavyGoD does it again. This dude is ridiculous on the entries. He's finally going to get stopped in his tracks. And they brought it down to an even situation. What is STDOTO doing? Oh, STDOTO! That was such a risk. Nert's got to kill elsewhere, but STDOTO is just a punisher right now. He's coming across the angles. He's spotting the players. It's like, come on, peek, give me a fight. Give me something. Bomb will go down at the very least. But it's Max, who, remember, got dinked through the panel so early on. Oh, he doesn't care, though. Gets his revenge. It was Suka who tagged him. MiGHTYMAX gets the last laugh. Just put a bullet through. Just put a bullet through. I don't even know how spammable that box is in the middle, but just put a bullet through. STDOTO don't want to do it. He's backing away. That's going to be a round for Endpoint, and a round that's much needed here, Alan.
Must win almost with how this half was trending. And, you know what? I'm all for it. If Endpoint's best strat is let HeavyGoD walk out A, let's just run it again and again and again. Why not?
Let HeavyGoD cook.
If all the win needs a double AWP and put one on A, or just let STDOTO play A, because that feels like the only weak point in this defense is a Rostos not getting good fights on A against HeavyGoD.
It does feel like if you just posted STDOTO up on the the angle from Catacomb right into A main,
yeah,
you would just kind of negate that walkout. Not really a lot you can do to counter that as a solo player. Even if you just do it for one round, just to let him know he can't get away with it all the time.
Bit of a pause. We'll take this chance to give a World Cup update, Mike. You'll be pleased to know that USA are en route to make playoffs right now.
Oh, we love that.
They are winning against Iran.
We love that.
Last I checked. And England are now up 2-0 up against Wales. So all is good. All is good in our world. At least some Brits are winning. Look at the immediate change up on A. They've had enough of HeavyGoD walking out. Take this control, leave a Rosdos aggressive, not have to worry about that area at all now. So,
where's HeavyGoD?
He is out mid, right? Yeah, he's out mid with Nerds.
Now he's backing away. They got Nerds in the corner. They're gonna go back to let HeavyGoD work. STDOTO's pushed off. I mean, this is going to make them uncomfortable without a player playing, you know, mid-house. There's got to be some nerfs sitting in here. God. Yup, into the op. Shot to the crotch. He's done for. So there, God. Well, he bleeds. Nietzsche would be so happy right now.
Anybody got a flash? Oh, God. Oh, God, it's coming.
Not pretty, but it worked. He knows the second player's there too, I think. And he's going to focus on the angle, the trade positions, they'll trade responsibilities. That's a really nice protocol coming through from FTW, right? Immediate handoff behind who's watching it. And so, boom, there they go. That's the response from FTW. If they, you know, right now for Endpoint, if HeavyGoD's not killing everybody, it's just not working.
It is a tad concerning. I don't know what you do here if you're Endpoint. It just feels like they feel so jaded. And, you know, who's getting aggressive? Who's trying to make a move? It's just HeavyGoD. And that time, it doesn't work. You go straight into the AWP. And that's always the risk you're going to take when you're trying to be the one-man army. So, yeah, someone like Nerds needs to start generating some magic in mid. He needs to start finding entries. He needs to start getting maybe more aggressive. Maybe, I don't know, try and lure for the win into playing, you know, up in mid and then flash through and try and find some fights. He's got to generate something because as a team, it's falling a little flat right now.
Oh, the nade. Goodbye, Nerds. That's a little awkward from Rose-Dose, but on the lineup, Aguila makes good. And it's shut down. Okay. Rose-Dose might just be the one sacrifice here. It's all left to MightyMax. Let's see how mighty he is. Is he going to expect Suka all the way push through? Don't think so. Pondering, pondering, processing, processing, processing. Considering. And dead.
Gil's having a storm in half. Sododo close behind. Sododo's been so dynamic on this first half so far. He's been everywhere. So hard to read. And yeah, Gil's just seemingly finding so many good fights, either you know, reinforcing A or fighting in towards mid. He's just been a menace. Just an absolute menace, and Endpoint can't invest here. Another half buy to come out. And they're running out of time to make the scoreline competitive.
No, all right. Here's another question for you. How many rounds do Endpoint need to make it competitive? Nope,
5.
And he's got it. There's that pixel angle you were talking about.
Yeah. We're all
5 rounds? Really?
Yeah. With pistol. So if you win pistol second half, we'll get a reset. 5 is enough here. It's more the fashion that concerns me than the round count.
Yeah, true. That's not been looking great for Endpoint on this one. Suka. Really like the way Suka's playing so far. This seems to be the comfort map. Player out towards Totem Pole, but Suka, of course, is just the enforcer here. Goes to the attack. Nearly thought he was going to punish me for praising him, but no, he stays alive. He's got 4 kills in this round, and it's just left to Nerds, who just really wants to get that 1 kill. Knows he should be able to get it if he just waits. Here's the base, here's the fight, and here's his death. Only 1 casualty in the round. FTW really starting to build up a nice bank to close out this half.
Important one to follow. Endpoint just have to find a gap in this defense, have to try something different. And look at this, we're dropping some utility.
You might as well put some
I guess
spare
you got a
nades
lot
in
of cash
spawn.
in the bank.
Yeah, in case you need to come back through on a retake. Easy.
Or maybe it's a sign that Rostov's going to get super aggressive because he just dropped his nade set.
You'd think. He doesn't have anything.
Yeah, he's just going to play up and
All right, here's the HeavyGoD counter again. This time HeavyGoD's on the other side of the map, though. They've just left Nerds to try and work
Oh,
mid.
the nade. Whew.
You know what I've just realized as well? I guess I'll talk about it in a moment because his hit's coming through. There's one. And Suka thought he was about to get caught. No, instead, it's a complete dismemberment. They've been torn limb from limb. Nartz is going to come in to try and help, but I mean, it's been a limp performance from him. Now he's spotted. HeavyGoD gets something at the very least. But they're hemmed in. They don't have control of the bomb. They don't have control of a site. There's not a lot here for Endpoint. FTW just have to not give them free kills, and Arosdos is backing off as a result of that awareness. Suka, love this angle. Op comes into peak. Now they're not going to expect Suka in the second spot. Nertz, he's tagged. He's chasing this.
Oh,
but he can't even get the pity kill. Now, here's what I was going to point out, Alan. You remember Nertz got 2 kills in the pistol. He's got 4 kills. Well, where's he gone?
It's not been his day. It's not been his day. It's pretty clear. You could say MHL's having a little bit of a poor map as well, but he pulled his weight on map 1. We'll give him a pass. Nurse is the best player on this team. Nurse is easily the best player on this server, and he just hasn't got traction today at all. And look at this bit of a half buy. We've actually given that AK to Nertz. I think you have to recognize the moment and give it to HeavyGoD and let him just walk out, try and make a play. As we're mentioning, it just doesn't feel like Nertz's day. Maybe he's got a good spawn. Maybe that's the angle, but desperate times. And we're running out of rounds for the win. Have looked absolutely formidable. Suka is now the highest fragging player on the server out of nowhere after having a bit of a rough time on Nuke. So everything's working here for the win. They can't do any wrong right now.
No, really not. Turns out maybe there is such a thing as too much Counter-Strike in a day.
We still need more evidence.
Have them play another series after this one.
I'm actually... Valve wouldn't let me say anything other than that.
Alright. Nertz. That's a nice one. There you go. Alright. There's the Nertz we want. There's the Nertz we hope for. I'm just going to draw focus back in. It's the second rifle now gained. I don't know if really... Maybe MightyMax wants to share that over. He's not got armor.
Check out this donut fight.
Come on,
this
dude. Give it to HeavyGoD.
This is the round. This fighting donut.
HeavyGoD gets it. Argyle gets the donut fight. Goodbye, Nertz. Donut presence gone, and now they're retaking control and towards mid. They're going to start to get this information. Timing is everything. Diaz.
Bomb. Oh. Oh, God.
Oh, Diaz. That was a little awkward. Argyle only gets 1. All right. All right. This round is on. Suka, who has been the hero here. He's typically been more aggressive and towards cave. This time, playing a more passive angle, but oh, if they try and rotate out.
Oh, no.
If they try and rotate out, they're going to try and do the brain play. And that killed. No, Sidono, just stay. Just stay. You would have had it.
I didn't see them. No.
He didn't spot them either. But he knows. He knows it has to be the play. He knows that based on Suka hasn't seen anything, it has to be the play in towards A. So he's going to post up. But they should be able to get this bomb planted. There's only 17 seconds. Sidono could have ended this round. They never would have even been able to rotate near here. Now they've got 2 rifles and a 2-on-2. This is a chance. FTW. I mean, they're certainly going to go for it. They got plenty of money. It's not even a concern. But HeavyGoD in the angle. Corner. He's deleted. It's all into Surreal now. Into the donut. He's got to take a bite out of both of them, and there's a smoke to block him off as well. He's not got the vision. Spam's going to come through here in a moment. There's the tap. There's the check. Now they get confirmation. Shot ringing through. He's taking down the healthy player. And here comes the stick. 1 bullet is all that he needs, and he's got it, Alan. He's got a 4th.
Ooh, okay. What was that? 1 or 2 bullets left? That was... What? These rounds they're winning have just been such a grind. Big entry from Nertz. Big entry from Nertz. But even then, if Sidono's on that angle for 1 second longer, those players coming off cat are absolutely dead. It's taken everything for Endpoint to win these rounds. And as I said, I think 5 is still what they need. This round is still much needed, and that nade surely is the end of Nertz. As he reflects on a difficult half for himself, and HeavyGoD's been shut down. Israelis hit the deck, and this looks like for the win, well on their way to 11.
Okay, I'm gonna blame that one on the M1S and say the A4 gets the kill. That's a little awkward. Still fine. Still man advantage. That's a little awkward. Don't put it in the highlight reel. Here's another thing that you talk about in the debate between the A4 and the A1S. You playing that angle that Arosdos is playing with the A1S, the little gun barrel sticks around the corner.
There you go. All these spots you haven't been able to play for about 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
Now you can again.
Stop. Don't. Nope. Surreal doesn't give him the fight. Doesn't give him the pleasure. That smoke even cover things off? No, it's atrocious. He might actually be trying to bait the peak, though, off of it.
It's a pretty big risk here. They think cave is clear.
The concerning thing, though, is there's only 25 seconds. If they go out A, Arosdos is going to have such an angle for this.
Lord.
Suka with the timing. Oh, what a big find. Just as they pulled the rotation, too. So they're going to have to commit 15 seconds. They've got no presence in towards the site. I mean, the utility's going to come over. That confirms that they're coming in. Suka's now getting reinforcements. Not doing everything. Turns away from the flashes. He's just... I mean, he's like a ballerina right now. Not a foot out of place. Everything working. And FTW walk away from this with 11 rounds in the first half. And we're back, folks. Okay, 11-4 half. Really solid showing from FTW. Maybe just enough rounds from Endpoint, but they gotta get going early because it's been limp, man. And this time we get a 3-man push down mid to try and answer to the call. But they're gonna go window, and instead this is looking like an A play. So this could actually work out very well for FTW. Utility coming over. It has to be Surreal. It has to be Surreal. Get something going here. And he's going to be pushed down towards Donut. Pressure coming back the other way. Bomb's going to go down. They completely lost the sight. Utility's really effective, and the timer is already ticking. And you've got a Rose Dose who's going to come late and towards mid, presumably, all the way back and towards spawn. I mean, this is a really nice setup for FTW. They need to get some kills, but pretty good 5-on-5 scenario.
DS needs help. He can't just stay up here on his own. They have to fight harder for this. At Endpoint, circumnavigate. They say, we know you're in Temple. We'll come out of Connector. We'll come out of CT, but it's not working. It's a massacre. Oh, my Lord. That is absolutely one of the last nails in this Endpoint coffin. They couldn't afford to lose this.
Poor Endpoint, man. There's nothing working out their way. Look, at least a lot of players will go down, and HeavyGoD will save his armor, presumably. But, that's a tough one to come back from.
It just cascaded so fast. There must have been really good crossfires from For the Win, you know, on the site side of Temple and back site and such. And Endpoint just didn't have the nades, I guess, to isolate out positions. That was brutal. And what do? Do you force for your Endpoint and hope for an earlier reset? Do you save into rifles and try and give yourself, you know, a sliver of breathing room? I don't think there's a good choice here. Pick your poison. We'll see what they do.
Well, let's see what their poison is. Maybe HeavyGoD's just going to cook again?
This would take the highlight play of the year for one of them, I think, to win this round.
Yeah. PT50s, USPs. Not even necessarily on the right side. They've just seen MightyMax. For FTW, they're clearing out their space. Diaz is finding all sorts of room here towards B, and the bomb's starting to make its way over, so they're feeling pretty good about what they've seen so far. Spam coming in just to clear out some cheeky angles, you know, eliminate the possibilities of where they could be surprised from. A little bit of utility thrown in towards mid to hold anyone there. They're just being methodical about this, which I like, because honestly, Nuke was not what I would describe as the most methodical map of CS I've ever seen. So Ancient is a lot more buttoned up in terms of the protocols and the way they're executing that, and that's good to see from FTW.
I do wonder if they learned their lesson a little bit from Nuke, just in terms of they might have talked between the maps and say, guys, just calm down. We can slow these rounds down, because I'm not going to say they got lucky, but that Nuke was crazy. Some of those rounds, some of the situations they're putting themselves in were such coin tosses in terms of where Endpoint was playing. And yeah, you're right. We haven't seen that here. Here it's just been solid sanity. It hasn't gone wrong yet on this T side.
Nope. In early days. Early doors, as we say.
There's barely any doors on this map. Is
No,
there?
I mean,
Hang on. Is there a
are.
door on the whole? There's what? B doors?
Yeah. Cave.
B doors.
Cave, Jaguar. Yeah, they're just open. I think there might be a...
Is there always... I don't think there's actually a door.
Yeah, there is. Hold on. We're gonna
There's
have
a
to
door
check.
frame.
No, I think there's a door hanging in it. Mid, right?
I need more information.
The red room coming out. I'm pretty sure there's a door there.
I think you're right.
About to see it. Nerds is about
Yes.
to check. That's a door. That's two doors. Two doors. I mean, one door. Two, you know. Depends on whether you... It's a double door. That's what I'm saying. It's a double door.
There are some doors. Just not as many doors as I would like.
I think there's one in cave too.
Up the door count.
Up the doors? Is that the new...
Up the doors.
Chant?
Hashtag up the doors.
Hashtag up the doors.
Okay, Endpoint. Is there any life left in them? As a reminder, For the Win Esports haven't won a game of Ancient since July. Early July at that. And Endpoint have played a lot of good Ancient over the last few months. That's why we're a little bit stunned here. Flashbangs rain in as For the Win claim more control. And, yeah. We need to see 3, 4, maybe 5 good gun rounds out of Endpoint before we start to believe there's even a sliver of hope.
They got the bodies in the right spot. Here the spam starts to cue them off too. FTW is maybe expecting some aggression, and they're actually going to bail. Okay, they're going to adjust. I thought this would have just turned into towards a B hit, which maybe could have been the wrong call, but establishing presence in cave, using the flashbangs for it. They're going to hold the presence here. Endpoint, they'll might go for a cheeky peek. They're not quite going to catch it on time, and I don't know that they're going to be in position, but if this stalls out in any way, this could be big trouble for FTW, and they're close to the line. That's such a critical kill, such a critical smoke to get down. HeavyGoD gets the kill in A main now, or coming out of A main rather. Now they're being funneled back into the flank. Diaz holds one, the second as well. They have no time. If there was another 10 seconds on this, 15 seconds on this, it's a world of trouble. Instead, it's a 3-on-3 there, and that's the full save.
Big stuff from Nerds. He just got that smoke off in Donut. Just got the spam on that first player. Wow. That could have gone south very fast. But nonetheless, that's the first step. Pause, I'm guessing, is coming out from For the Win as they discuss this investment. They surely are going to buy. DS can drop 1 AK. A kill can buy for himself. Nades be a tad lacking. But it shouldn't be too bad. And they just need to stay calm. They've got so much breathing room here.
Yeah.
The main thing is just to keep probing and testing these sites. Eventually you'll grab an entry. Just don't overthink this.
And the problem if you're Endpoint as well is like any kill could be the last. You feel that. You feel that energy on the comeback. Money's not built yet. Really don't want to be losing casualties if you can avoid it. Heavy util towards mid. They want to establish this presence early. Lots of util. Love this. This is the classic. Try and take the early space using the Molotovs. All of them have been deployed. Oh, MightyMax. Oh, my goodness. Oh, he got a root surprise. Now look at the focus. Look at how many players are just eyeing up B now from the CG side. 3 players in it. Notes was even sticking around in towards mid, but with the smokes fading, he'll have to back.
You have to ask though, what is actually the value out of that early nades from Endpoint? Because
Really
they've just lost all
yeah.
the map now.
A lot of times teams will use that to get a player in towards Jaguar or towards the bottom of mid, but they haven't. They've backed right off of it. It's bought them time. Surreal's playing, well, I mean, he's backed out now, but he was playing one of the most critical angles of the MAC-10 too. Tough fight to take. I think MHL needs to be the hero.
Really set for B here. Oh, that is a big dink.
It's going to be heard too. Stodoto was right there.
They're so hesitant. Rosdos is still in mid.
Oh, Suka, the big man again, but this time MHL is here. Keeps it down to a 2v2, and Arosdos, as you said, in mid, if he catches the kill, though. Oh, he's not ready. Nerds was somehow aware of it, and they can't seal the deal. So a bomb plant here, a costly round for the CT side, but still an Endpoint win.
Credit to Nerds for the game sense to still look mid there. Many a player would have thought they were both on B. But he has that presence of mind. Picks up the flanker. Massive kill. And they stabilize. They stabilize on a round that looked so scary at so many points. Nerds and MHL, heroes of that one. And we need to see a lot more from those two if this comeback is even in the realms of possibility. Half buyout from For the Win, though.
Here's the moment where you double bang. Here's the moment where you can breathe a little bit. Although, Alan, as we said on Nuke, Endpoint do sometimes like to make these rounds interesting. Full B hit. Got a molly, a smoke, a few flashes. MiGHTYMAX opener. Haven't seen a lot of those, but here we go. All right, coming on through. They're bringing the pressure. MiGHTYMAX gets another, and he stays alive. Dink, though. Bomb is going to go down. Ain't nothing they can do about that. So mission accomplished for FTW. Now let's see what kind of damage you can do. Don't think they're holding on to this round, but any kills would be wonderful. Unfortunately, don't seem to be getting any kills.
Well, Endpoint would take that.
Yep.
That's actually a reasonably sized window to claw this back a lot closer. For the win, get 2 kills there with the bomb plant. This on a knife edge 1 round win would be, you know, forcing up territory for Endpoint. Now at least they've got that buffer, but they can buy again if they lose a round. So slowly but surely, they are working their way back into this game. It just feels like one misstep and it's going to be your last.
That's first kill. Tension hangs in the air for it. Nice nade. Diaz on the business end of that one. Might slow him down. He's been the most aggressive player here. Maybe that makes him think twice.
Starting to feel a bit more reserved, isn't it, from For the Win?
It is.
Not that that's necessarily a terrible thing. It's just maybe they're starting to realize how close they are. Closing this. Wow.
Flashbang's so good. Surreal never had a chance. He got absolutely annihilated. The utility was just perfect there. Now FTW, they might just have the chance to step on the throat, but they're going to rotate. They're going to rotate. Having worked Agil forward here in towards A main, it is just Nerds they have to contend with. Everybody else is pulled off. And now Nerds, he could be in for a world of trouble.
My lord.
Flashbangs are so good.
Look at the
where he is. He doesn't know what day of the week it is, and he's trading. Even getting one there is so impressive. Bomb's going to go down. Diaz, you better do something here. Time to start moving. Oh, but he might be about to find MHL broadside. They're saving. Okay, that's going to make saving interesting. Costly, perhaps, but the round is all that matters for FTW, Allen. 14 on the board. That's critical.
Well, at least Endpoint have that money. If they didn't have that money from the previous anti-eco, this would really be all she wrote, essentially. At least they can buy again in the next. But it just feels like For the Win and warming up. Big frags from Diaz. Nerds was just between an absolute rock and a hard place. He was surrounded. Absolutely surrounded. With nobody even in the same postcode to help him. And yeah, For the Win. Outside of a couple rounds towards the end of the nuke, they played such a stellar series, and they look primed now. They look absolutely primed.
Pressure on. They found A as a weakness. Smokes are there to try and get HeavyGoD back out, but he's in trouble. Oh, what? Jumping through the smoke. Suka nearly got that kill. HeavyGoD, though, responds in time. Diaz spots the shadow. He's got the kill. HeavyGoD's out. This could be the death blow. The money's not there anymore. There's a world where they just save at this point. Notes is going to see if he can get something on that smoke fade. But there's a reload. There's a new smoke.
Is that connected smoke bad? It's really hard to tell from this angle.
There's a gap. Yeah.
Yeah, this is the only way back into the round. Only
they know,
way.
Though. They're spamming it. There's a minute. If they just let all the utility fade, I mean, this is such a tough site to plant on. They're leaving. They're leaving. They realize the circumstance, having biffed that smoke a bit. They're actually bailing. This is such a heads-up play. Oh, if Agil got that kill, it could have been over.
Look at the mind games. Look at the mind games. as they trade information.
I mean, they're braining it like crazy, but if they just got some kills, it would be over. Instead, now they're trying to plant the bomb naked on site. There's no one left in Donut, but they don't know that. This run has gotten so weird. And again, a player gets caught out of position. This was the golden opportunity. They had site control. They biff one smoke, and it all starts to fall apart. Now Arozdos is in a 1v3. This is a 4-on-3. How has this gotten close? How has this gotten remotely close? Arozdos trying to read the positioning here, trying to isolate the fights. He's got the first. That was a really nice way to play it. Just wasn't there in time. Nerds so snappy on the response. That is a blessing for Endpoint. A gift from the gods to keep them in this series. That should have been curtains.
Wow, yeah. If you didn't need any more proof that it's worth learning set lineups for even the most simple smokes, there you have it. I think there was still a window for the win just to say screw it and flash into the smoke and use that to cross. They were just so hesitant after knowing they'd botched it. And yeah, they fall back, but not everyone does. And it's just a little bit in two minds where, as we saw on Nuke, even when it's not the best plan, when they stay together, they've always got a chance. Yeah. Still feels so hard for Endpoint, doesn't it? Even in the rounds they're winning. For the win had the advantage to drop the ball.
There's a big kill. There's a big kill. Now, I mean, a 5-on-3, right? Gotta be. Surreal stuck. Surreal stuck. Good trade. Suka sacrificing himself for that one. Well played. Yes. A lot of damage, but not the kill. And now, here's the problem. You start to lose the kills you had no business doing. All of the control in the world of 5-on-3 spiraling back into the 2-2. A group for the B play. It is just MightyMax here to defend, and he is so very low. But if he finds a cheeky angle, if he finds positioning, there it is. There's the headshot on Stododo. It's all in END.HeavyGoD now. Once again, a round that was buttoned up, ready for the taking for FTW, has come apart. 35 seconds. END.HeavyGoD. Wary that a second player could be here as well. They've actually rotated off. When does he trust that he's actually got this site? 24 seconds. He can't go that far forward. He's coming back around. I mean, this is a bomb plant at least. A chance to play the post. He cannot believe that MightyMax has just given this up. But he has indeed. 9 seconds. Now MightyMax will start to float back. Planting it open. That is confident. And he snaps around for the kill. It's the 1v1. It's the 1v1 for map point. Series point here for FTW. END.HeavyGoD could do what his team could not. Put this one in their back pocket. MHL is going to come to challenge him. Creeping. So much time has passed. He has no idea where END.HeavyGoD is playing this from. He's going to be the smoke out. Now he knows. Players out from cave. He's just sticking it. He's just sticking it. The spray's not good. The spray's not on. He's not got this. The defuse right under his nose. He'll get the kill at least. The money is tough, but it's good enough. And Endpoint again snatch a round back they had no business being in.
Starting to ring of snatching defeat from the jaws of victory, isn't it, for the win? Couple rounds in a row where, you know, the keyword phrase. I mean keyword in terms of within teams you have a word and you say freeze and you stop and you think and you don't give opportunities. There's been a couple times in these rounds where they could really have done with just putting the brakes on and letting Endpoint stew with being in a disadvantaged situation, letting them make a bad decision. Is more like we get a kill, more confidence, keep speeding up, everyone's pushing. Whereas it can work, it can look brilliant, but it can also fall apart so quickly. And yeah, the main thing over for the win is just to stay calm because they grabbed this money so bad. 1 round win, and this is done. This is absolutely over.
Again with the opener. He's advanced. advantage situations. They've unraveled so very quickly, but this time the bomb's ticking early. They've got the plant, they've got 5 players to play off of it. Certainly this time, they should be able to hold on. They've got the deep player back in towards spawn. The issue's always been planting the bomb. Not a concern right now. An Endpoint, money's so brittle. They're going to try this, but it's a big gamble. It's a big test right now. The flank is coming back in towards Donut. Saving's going to be tough. They're trying to back these players off of it, but Stadoto's now here. They want to chase. They know they have to chase, and I mean, they've just left MHL as the only player who apparently still believes. Now he's stuck. Now he's stuck. There's no way he's getting out of this one. He's done. MightyMax is gone. Only 2 guns going to be saved through, and that is map point. These clutch rounds, these last moment rounds, they finally had their cost, and it's that Endpoint is broke.
As much as it's felt, a little bit better for Endpoint winning some of these rounds, they've been on the slimmest of margins. They are the one that have required a little bit of luck, a little bit of fortune towards the end. And that was always going to get reversed at some point in the end. 6 chances before the win, and this is probably the best they're going to get. 2 rifles, 3 pistols in the mix. Deal with Surreal and Nerds, and you're walking your way to a 2-0.
Oh, here's the presence. Big moment. Nerds got it. Lines up 2. Stunner for FTW now. No damage onto either rifle player either. I mean, a bit on Surreal, but nothing relevant. And Surreal's got another. FTW just giving themselves up in these fights. They've lost the bomb now. This is disastrous. They've still got so many rounds to play with, but if they don't apply economic pressure, this is just letting them off the hook. They've only faced the rifles so far, and it falls apart. The pistols to take them down in the end. Upgrades available for Endpoint. They will get a chance to bring us to OT.
Was Nerds on, I want to say it was on 5 kills in the first half? He was certainly
yes,
on 4
4.
kills
He
very
was 4.
late.
I think he got 1 right at the end,
Yeah, I think it was 5 total. So he's had a storming second half. A second half where they lost pistol and went down early. So these are majority rifle rounds, these frags.
And you think about how many situations he's just been left alone in Donut as the only player on that side of the map. Massive.
Well, they needed him. They needed him. Heavy eco. Heavy eco here.
That's a bomb plant.
Bomb has been planted.
5 alive is not something you often get in these rounds when you've just got Glocks, no armor. See if we can get weird. No. No is the answer. All good. All good. Bomb plant though ain't bad.
Bomb has been defused. Counter-terrorists win.
Ooh. This is a close game. There's only a couple gun rounds in this. For the win needs to stay composed. Been so good at finding entries. They've been so good at just finding a gap. It's been late rounds that's let them down.
Presence in towards mid again. This is the deep mollies. We've seen them. This time they're going both ways. Once again, FTW have done a great job of actually getting past those deep Molotovs from Endpoint. I don't know whether they're just out timing it or whether Endpoints are a tick slow, but normally you're not able to get past those if they come through.
Ooh.
That's a huge kill. MightyMax is here. He's the only B-side defender. There's a guy in cave. Surreal has to deliver. Surreal and Nerds gonna be fighting back through. Bomb's now taking away. There's the check. There's the spot. Comms aren't there quick enough. Nerds collects his. Oh, Dodo missing. But the blind up, the flashbang is good. HeavyGoD's keeping it close, though. HeavyGoD and Surreal take it to the 2v2. Once again, the even number situation late in the round. These have gotten away from FTW. These have been tough. FTW just needs this one. Bomb ticking low. Kits are available. Smokes are up. Surreal's going to get on it. The spam's coming in. They're body blocking. They don't have the lineup. They don't have the lineup. It's another defuse right under their nose. How do these keep happening, Alan?
There is no answer to that question. They're just getting flustered. They're getting so flustered. That was such a clean entry. Such a clean site take. They had everything you could have ever wanted. And still finding a way to snatch defeat from the jaws of victory. They are so close for the win. They've had, what is it now? Let's say four chances that haven't been converted. 4 chances that have been either man advantages or after plants were there. A man up. Wow. How are Endpoint even still in this map? It beggars belief.
You know what else is surprising that something's still in? The US makes it through.
You are.
Yep. Yep. Into the top 16 of the World Cup. Love that.
Beautiful stuff.
Well, it's been a good day for England. So far,
I
it's not been
pray
a
for
good
you
day
not
for
to draw
Endpoint.
Brazil or France.
Well, you know, it's been a good run. FTW just need one. They just need one. They just need one. One crack. They've been so good at getting on the sites now. Just can't close. Flashbangs effective. MightyMax has the op here. Not something we're used to seeing. And the whole site's been lost. What if they just took it into spawn? Okay, yeah, that'd be a bit too far. Not quite going to do that. But they do have so much control here. The deep smoke's really effective. And this position from Stododo could be killer. They have to be aware it's a possibility. Endpoint are timid in their approach, but Stododo, he's now keyed in. He's now keyed in. He's now clued in. They smoke him off? They read that? MiGHTYMAX, big kill, but Agil hooks the line, the second as well. And now Stododo should get activated. Now he comes through. Oh, it's the cleanup. It's all on HeavyGoD, and it's done for the win. Take the win. 16 rounds on the board. The 2-0 win this series. They came to play, Alan. They were looking good from the word jump, and they made it happen. They delivered. They move on to the semifinals of the upper bracket here. A huge result for FTW.
Yeah, I don't want to take all the credit, but this happened because I'm wearing the jersey. It's as simple as that.
You didn't put the jersey on before they won map 1, though, so your
Yeah, but that was
logic
their
is a
map
little
pick,
flawed.
you know, and they'd never won a game of Ancient